Biblical evidence for Jesus' resurrection. The empty tomb, confirmed by multiple gospel accounts, and the early admission of the empty tomb's reality by Jesus' enemies. The resurrection is also evidenced by the extraordinary change in Jesus' disciples from fear to boldness. Post-resurrection appearances to over 500 people, including independent accounts from Paul and the Gospels, and the emergence of the early church from a persecuted group to a global movement. The empty tomb, gospel accounts. All four Gospels detail that Jesus was buried in a tomb, but his body was gone on Sunday morning. Enemy proof. The early Jewish explanation for the empty tomb was that the disciples stole the body, but they did not deny that the tomb was empty, acknowledging its emptiness but offering an alternative explanation for the disappearance of Jesus' body. Jesus' post-resurrection appearances. Numerous witnesses, the apostles and others, saw Jesus alive after his suffering over 40 days, demonstrating he was not a ghost but had a physical body. Diverse groups. Jesus appeared to many individuals and groups, including the apostle Peter, James, the rest of the apostles, and in a single event, more than 500 people at once, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 5-9. Credibility of witnesses. These accounts were written by eyewitnesses, or those who received them from eyewitnesses, within a very short time frame after the events, minimizing the likelihood of legend development. The transformation of the disciples. Dramatic change. The disciples, initially terrified and hiding, transformed into courageous witnesses who spread the gospel of the resurrected Christ. A change that is best explained by his appearance to them. Apostle Paul's conversion. The most striking transformation was that of Saul, who went from actively persecuting the church to becoming its greatest apostle after encountering the risen Christ on the road to Damascus, according to Acts 9:1-6. Early testimony. The early church preached the resurrection of Jesus as central to their message, with the account in 1 Corinthians 15 being a very early declaration that predates the writing of the Gospels. Historic Christian church. The rapid emergence of the Christian church, with Sunday as his day of worship, is attributed to the widespread belief in Jesus' resurrection. Conclusion. While the evidence for the resurrection is interpreted differently among scholars and theologians, it remains a central element of Christian faith. The combination of historical accounts, eyewitness testimonies, and the transformative impact on early followers contributes to the widespread belief in the resurrection.